Welcome students, I am Ravi Shankar. See, in our last video, we have analyzed about the errors called to be error analysis, and under that error analysis, we have studied about the absolute error, mean absolute error, after that the relative error or the fractional error, and finally the percentage error. Let us apply that error analysis in a problem. A problem was being given in your book in the page number 22, and that problem is an example problem under the number 1.4. So hope you will be having your book in your hand. You take your book. I will be reading the problem first of all, and then I will be working it out. So take the book, take to page number 22, and come on, listen what I am reading. In a series of successive measurement in an experiment, the readings of the period of oscillation of a simple pendulum were found to be. They have measured the time period of a simple pendulum, 2.63 seconds, then 2.56 seconds, 2.42 seconds, 2.71 seconds, and 2.80 seconds. What are the different things they have asked? You are asked to calculate the mean value of period of oscillation, that is the true value, then absolute error in each measurement, that is delta t, then the mean absolute error, then the relative error, percentage error. Express the result in proper form. That was the question given. So let us first of all write what are the given data. See, what are the things they have measured? The thing they have measured is time period. So let us consider they have measured the time period of a simple pendulum. Time period of a simple pendulum. Let us consider the time period of the simple pendulum as capital T. What are the readings made? The readings made, the first reading T1, which is equal to 2.63 seconds. Then T2, what is T2? It is given as 2.56 seconds. Then T3 given as 2.42 seconds. 2.42 seconds. Let us consider T4. T4 taken to be 2.71 seconds. And T5 considered as or given as 2.80 seconds. Like this, they have given 5 readings. These 5 are taken to be the measured values or the observed values. What it is asked, you are asked to calculate first of all mean value. So I have to calculate what is the mean value. This mean value is nothing but true value. Okay. Then the second one, this is the first one asked. The second, this mean value or true value, I can write it out as T mean. Okay. What is the next one? Absolute error for each and every measurement. So they are asking delta T1, delta T2, delta T3, then delta T4, and also delta T5. Okay, and also delta T5. All these are being asked. This is the second one. Absolute error for each and every measurement. Then what is the third one asked? The mean absolute error. They are asking delta T mean. That is the third one. And what is the fourth one asked? The fourth one asked is the relative error. Fourth one asked is relative error. And what is the fifth one asked? The fifth one asked is percentage error. So let us see how you can able to calculate all these errors. Let us consider how we can able to calculate all these errors. See, the first one, I can calculate the true value or the mean value. True value or the mean value. So true value or mean value represented as T mean is equal to, what is the formula? Formula is T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4 plus T5 whole divided by 5. So I am calculating this as T mean is equal to, now you substitute. I have written the formula. Now you substitute. What is the substitution? T mean is equal to the first value T1 is 2.63 plus, then 2.56 plus, then 2.42 plus, then 2.71, 2.71 plus 2.80 whole divided by 5. So you add it out. When you are adding z, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 6 9, 9 plus 3 12, again 1, 8 plus 1 9, 9 plus 7 16, 16 plus 4 20, 25, 25 plus 6, you will be able to get it out as 26, isn't it? So when you are adding 8, 8 plus 7 15, 15 plus 4 19, 19 plus 5, that is 24, 24 plus 6, it is considered to be 30, isn't it? See, when I have added the value that I have got it out as 13.12 divided by 5. So what is the result? The result that I am getting, when I am dividing it, I am getting it as 2.624 second. But it was asked, give the answer in proper form. See, all the data are having only 3 significant figures. So the answer should also have 3 significant figures. So I am writing the mean value of the time period T mean is equal to 2.62 second. This I am taking it as the mean value taken as T mean. Then what is the next one? The next one, I have to calculate the absolute error for each and every measurement. So the second one is absolute error. So let us measure this quantity called to be absolute error. Absolute error for the first quantity is delta T1, which is, what is the formula? Modulus of, that is the modulus of true value minus measured value. What is true value? True value, I can consider it as 2.62 minus, what is the first measured value? The first measured value is 2.63. What is the difference? The difference is 0.01 second. Similarly, you calculate delta T2. See, if you want, you can write the formula initially. Delta T is equal to true value minus observed value, or you write it out as measured value inside the modulus. So what is delta T2? That is the absolute error for the second measurement, 2.62 minus 2.56. Getting the difference, you will be getting 0.06 seconds. Similarly, measure delta T3. Again, the true value 2.62 minus, what is the measured value? 2.42. What is the difference? 0.20 second is the absolute error. Similarly, I am calculating the absolute error for the next one, delta T4. What is delta T4? True modulus of true value is 2.62 minus measured value is 2.71. So getting the difference, you will be getting 0.09 second. Then delta T5. What is delta T5? Again, the true value 2.62 minus 2.80. So what is the difference? 0.18 seconds. So we have calculated the absolute error. Then what is the third one? The third one that we have to consider is mean absolute error. We have to go for mean absolute error. What do you mean by this mean absolute error? You have to take the mean value of what? You have to take the mean value of all the absolute errors. So you will be writing it as delta T, absolute error. For this, we are going to take the mean. Our delta T divided by mean. What is this? See, mean absolute error is 0.01 plus 0.06 plus 0.20 plus 0.09 plus 0.18. So all the absolute errors I have written, we have to add and you divide it with the total numbers, that is 5. So when I am getting the answer, delta T mean is equal to, when you are adding all these quantities, you are able to get 0.54 divided with the 5. You will be getting the answer as 0.108 second. See, when you are rounding it off, I can write it out as delta T mean is equal to, because all the data are having only 2 digits or 2 significant digits. So 0.01 second is called to be what? 0. Sorry, 0. Not 01, 0.11, isn't it? Already you are having 0.10. So 0.1, third digit is rounded off. So you will be getting 0.11 second is considered to be the mean value of what? The mean value for the mean value for absolute error. So we are calling it as the mean absolute error. After calculating the mean absolute error, I have to go for what? I have to go for the relative error. So what is the value of relative error? We have to calculate. So the fourth point that I have to take is the relative error. This is the fourth one and this is the third one. So how to calculate relative error? First of all, you write the formula. So we know that relative error is equal to delta T mean, mean absolute error, divided by the value of the true value or mean value of the time period. So which is equal to, what is delta T mean? It is 0.11 divided by, what is T mean? T mean is 2.62. On dividing this, you will be able to get it out as 0.0419. This is taken to be the relative error. What is the percentage error? See, the next one I have to go with is the fifth point. I am taking it as the percentage error. What is the percentage error then? Percentage error is written as percentage of that relative error. Percentage error is equal to, you get this relative error, that is delta T mean divided by T mean, mean value or the true value, multiplied it with what? Multiplied it with the 100%. So I am writing percentage error is equal to, this relative error is 0.0419 multiplied it with 100%. When I am multiplying, you will be getting the answer as 4.19%, which is nearly equal to 4%. This is called to be the percentage error. Now, how you can able to write the time period of the simple bundle? See, therefore, the exact value. Therefore, I can write time period of simple pendulum is equal to time period of simple pendulum is equal to, what is the true value? The true value is 2.62. This true value may increase by 4% or it may decrease by 4%. That is the error we have analyzed. So I am writing the exact value of the time period as 2.62 plus or minus, or plus or minus 4%. Or if you want to write it out in terms of absolute error, we can write like this: 2.62 plus or minus 0.11 seconds. This we are taking it as the analysis of the error in case of the simple pendulum or time period of a simple pendulum that were being given here. Hope you should have understood this problem. Important problem. The theory that you have studied it, isn't it? For the theory studied, an application is given here. So this we are taking it out as the time period of a simple pendulum and calculating the errors And finally what? And finally we have calculated the exact value of what? Exact value, or how the time period value varies from which value to which value. This is taken to be the example problem 1.4 available in page number 22. Hope you should have understood. Thank you. We will meet in the next video. Until then, goodbye and thank you from Ravi Shankar.